So what have I learned from the BASc? Well, we're in our third year at the moment. I've learned several things. Let me take them in different categories. The first thing is I've learned a lot about students. I'd say that the nature of the course has demanded more student-tutor interaction in an intellectual sense, making decisions about what we do and why we do things than any other course I've done. And I think that what that's done is reminded me of something that Tony Benn used to argue, was that if you give people more responsibility for their own actions, they will rise to that responsibility. And I think that I've learned that in university degree courses we probably treat students as school students way too much, and that if we give them more responsibility they'll rise to that, and that's been a fantastic surprise, and I've learned a lot through that. So I think that's the first thing. The second is that interdisciplinarity is a much more complex recipe than I think I was prepared for. There's a positive side to that, which means that there's lots to learn. The harder part about it has been, I think, learning alongside the undergraduates when they have some doubts about how the different subject tracks are mixing in or where they're going. And very often I've been learning about those kinds of things with the students. But the outcome of that, I think, is that it's certainly worth the journey. It's there's a little bit of no pain, no gain in the beginning, but the end result, I think, is a richness and a depth that I'm not seeing in many of our competitor degree courses. That would be two things. Where's it all leading to? So spend a lot of time with the undergraduates discussing what's the point of my choices. Will I be able to compete in the jobs market? And one of the things that I'm experienced on this course, which I haven't seen elsewhere, is really a large number of people who are sorted. We're at the beginning of the third year, the first group of third years, and several of my tutees have already, through their internships and through their own initiatives, got positions guaranteed with banks, with actuarial companies, with management companies. Some have been accepted on master's courses. So what it's given me is a great deal of confidence that our view of the world, that learning across disciplines and learning how to integrate them has got real value out there, that both the future higher academic market and the business and employment market are taking seriously and appreciating.